had CMHC, Canada's Housing Agency, ran out a report last week. They're great for reports. CMHC is good for reports. Hey, got to build more houses. Need to build 477 houses right away. What? Like, what? What's the point? Like, what is the point? Look, there's a ton of good people working at CMHC. They got some great programs. They brought purpose-built rentals back to life. We didn't properly build pure rental projects, rental apartment projects in Canada for decades. And that's one of the reasons we got into the condominium chaos that we have right now, the total crash in the condominium sector in Toronto and Vancouver, because we didn't build any rentals, okay? And condos became rentals, which was dumb. But I gotta just say this, like, what in the world is the extent of foolishness that we have to listen to about housing in Canada? And again, not mad at these guys, good guys at CMHC, but God damn it. Just print the same report 10 times every year or for 10 years, need to double build more, build twice as many homes. Trudeau says, oh, we're going to build twice as many homes. I guarantee it. Carney says, we're going to build twice as many homes. Doug Ford in Ontario says, we're going to build twice as many homes. Every damn housing minister in every government, I don't care where it is, federal, provincial, it's all the same thing. We're going to build twice as many homes. Never fucking happens, okay? Not forever. Look, for decades now. There's going to be fewer home starts in 2025. Like, do you remember that housing accelerator fund? Like the old Liberal government under Trudeau brought out this housing accelerator fund. And it was the signature legislation about housing. It was going to fix everything. It would committed billions of dollars. It's going to change the attitudes at cities and towns across Canada. It's going to stimulate building. It's going to provide subsidized housing. One thing you never stop hearing from Liberal federal governments is about subsidized housing. I mean, not much about people to buy houses, but what young people want. They want to be able to buy a starter home that's someplace where they can live, not a dog crate condo. That's what they want, okay? But let's look at this Housing Accelerator Fund, designed to encourage building, billions of dollars of incentives, change the attitude at city halls across Canada, get those towns and cities organized to create far more homes. Nope, just gave the money away to build some subsidized housing. Nothing changed. 2.5 years later, it's decelerating. It's not an accelerator fund. It's a give money away and decelerate fund, because that's what happened. There's going to be fewer homes built in 2025, and quite likely fewer homes built, almost certainly fewer homes built in 2026. I know. What's the newest story? What's the newest piece we hear? Modular homes. Oh, yeah, I'm going to build 500,000 homes. Going to build modular homes. Oh, God, please don't. Just don't, okay? All right, you want real solutions? Quickly, simple solutions. Instead of, in Ontario and British Columbia, instead of 24 reports, 24 different studies and reports and investigations and infinite complexity and have you checked on how many red-headed woodpeckers are in this location before you're able to even approve? People think I'm making that up. I'm not making that up. That's a true thing, okay? Salamanders, woodpeckers, oh my God. Like, the level of work you have to do just to get to the point where you could submit a proposal to a city or a town to build new homes. Off the wall. So cut that from 24 studies and reports to 4. Take all in Ontario, just take big chunks out of the green belt that make sense, that everybody can rationally agree. No, not everybody will agree. There's just too many nuts floating around out there. But for most people would agree, yeah, this makes sense to convert this land. It's right next to the town. Like, it's touching the border. Just convert it to housing and not and do it honestly. Don't use the Doug Ford friend syndrome, okay? No, none of that shit. Just do it correctly in Ontario. Okay, so and cities and towns, municipalities, 90% reduction in development charges. That's it. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes no sense that you're this huge amounts of development fees, which are piled onto every new build, which no developer pays. Only the buyer pays. Only the buyer pays. It's like $250,000 in some places on just an average starter home, $200,000. Just reduce it by 90%, give people a chance. Because at the end of the day, if you leave these development fees in place and young families, struggling people, anybody who's trying to buy their first home, they're going to take that $200,000 and they're going to have to get a mortgage on it. So in the end, they're going to pay $500,000 by the time the interest is finished. So it's insane. Adjust property tax, do whatever you need to do, but none of this insanity of saddling young people with massive amounts of money just to be able to buy a house. It's crazy. So there are some solutions. There's real things to do. But until there's a willingness on behalf of all levels of government to say, we got to force industries to do, we got to force municipalities to do things. We got to force cities to do things. We got to make them do it. We've got to throw out all this report insanity. That means provincial governments have got to shake themselves up and say, yeah, we're stupid. We got to get rid of all this crap. And that isn't easy. That isn't easy. Like crazy ideas like modular homes or housing accelerator funds, they're just like pie in the sky silliness that sounds good. And okay, we'll see what happens. But they're not hard things. Like giving money away if you're a government is never hard. But for the love of God, all of us are tired. Everyone in the housing business is tired. Every young family in Canada is tired. Everybody who aspires to buy their first home is tired. They're tired. They're exhausted by nonsense. They're exhausted by the nonsense that, oh yes, look at the report, look at our plan, look at our proposal, see what we promise. You're promising the same thing for 10 years. Nothing has happened. It's just gotten worse.